Ad week, usually we're selling. This week we're launching, and we have a campaign that's global in 9 markets. Overall, it's really the combination of putting a Yahoo together with AOL under Verizon, and Oath is the umbrella brand. But really what we're promoting this week and starting to advertise on this network, on digital, on mobile, is the future of our media brand, House of Brands. And so we touch about 1 billion consumers across the globe every month, and this is the first time in many years that people will see our brands across the spectrum, all the way from programming around the business community to sports to entertainment, and it's a great chance for us to go out to the world and tell them what we're doing.
At a very base level, what do they all stand for, given that they all are so very different in many ways?
Yeah, our strategy is passionate communities. You see the world that's kind of going horizontal from technology, and our brands in the last week, we did TechCrunch Disrupt in San Francisco. We did the live London game for the NFL on Sunday morning. We did the Charlottesville concert on Sunday night, which is really about unity with people like Pharrell and Chris Martin and Alabama Shakes. And then this week we have Harrison Ford showing up tomorrow at our studios in New York. We have the Huffington Post bus tour that's been going around the U.S. So, we are a company that believes deeply in passion verticals, passion communities, and having a deep membership-like relationship with consumers.
You mentioned the NFL, you mentioned Charlottesville, and you talked about the South Po bus tour. Speak to this issue of what's going on in this country in terms of the tweets on one side from the president and how the country is reacting to it, and to the degree that all of these companies and CEOs that you talk to are probably asking you, I imagine, what are we supposed to do about this? Right. What are you telling them?
Yeah, it's a really big topic, and I'd say there's kind of 3 spectrums to it. One is, you see on the consumer side, we see it in the HuffPost bus tour, you see it at the NFL. People want to have a voice, and one of the best things about this country is you can have a voice. That's one spectrum. The second piece is you're seeing people kind of self-organize. I think it's happening at the NFL, but Charlottesville, for me as an American, was one of the best events I've ever been to. It was getting down there Sunday, watching how people were.
You say Charlottesville, this is the concert.
The concert, Charlottesville, a concert, which was a follow-up to Charlottesville, the incident, and super positive. And I'd say the last thing is, you're getting to see, for all the controversy that's going on, you're getting a higher level of engagement. So, at a business community level, people, I call it head on a swivel, people are paying attention more now than they were at almost any other period I've seen in the last 20 years. So it's kind of an interesting time period.
Yesterday at Adweek, I was talking to all of the ad agency CEOs about NFL advertising, NFL ratings, and this question of whether the NFL is going to become a political issue and could potentially become too political for advertisers. You just streamed this NFL game. Is this something that you want to continue to invest in and get more sports rights, or do you think that the NFL could become too political?
Yeah, no, I think, we're in the media business, and in the media business, as you guys know, you want to be at the center of what people are talking about. You want to be in the middle of controversy, and the NFL in general is such a powerful sport and force in the consumer landscape, and I think they end up becoming a lightning rod place where, issues like this come up. So from our standpoint, from a business standpoint, we're partners with the NFL. We're going to keep supporting the NFL. We know all the NFL owners. And I think on the media side of our business, we want to be involved in areas like this as a conversational topic.
Good for the media to be part of the conversation, but I can tell you, dare I say, when there's a war or a plane crash, that's part of the conversation too, and it's good for the media in terms of eyeballs on the news, but advertisers flee.
Right.
And so the question is sort of where sponsors are going to land on all of this.
So I think the sponsors, they typically, every sponsor has their individual decisions they're going to make around what to sponsor, what not to sponsor. I think the other thing to recognize is, it's been almost a year since Trump's been in office. I think there hasn't been a week or a day that's gone by there's not controversy, and these things tend to pass also in terms of the individual outputs like the NFL. The larger issue may not pass that quickly. So I think as a sponsor for the NFL, people are probably trying to measure their individual company values, what they're going to bring to the table in terms of that conversation. But I think the NFL is going to survive.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.